My girlfriend cheated on me, we broke up, and now we're back together, struggling. Hey Reddit, I'm in a complicated situation and could use some advice. About 3 years ago, my longtime girlfriend of 10 years cheated on me. I didn't find out until after she broke up with me and left me for her affair partner. It was a devastating blow. Here's where things get even more complicated. During our breakup, we were still seeing each other, but she was also seeing the person she cheated on me with. It was like a situationship that lasted for a year. However, we eventually rekindled our relationship and have been together for a year now. Although our relationship is a lot better than before and we genuinely love each other, I still struggle with the pain from her affair. It's not as intense as it used to be, and I don't think about it as often, but it still lingers. I have so many unanswered questions that probably don't need answers, yet they haunt me. Sometimes, late at night, I find myself lying in bed, wondering what they may have done together and if she's still capable of cheating again. It's a constant battle with my trust issues, even though our relationship has improved significantly. I would appreciate any advice or thoughts on how to overcome these lingering doubts and build trust again. Has anyone else been in a similar situation? How did you handle it? Any insights or suggestions would be greatly appreciated. TLDR, my girlfriend cheated on me for a year and a half, we broke up, and then got back together. Our relationship is much better now, but I still struggle with trust and thoughts about the affair. Looking for advice on how to overcome these doubts and build trust again. Story 2. Worried my girlfriend may have been unfaithful. First off, 29, I have been in a long-term relationship with my GF, 28. I am worried my GF may have been unfaithful. I made this discovery 3 years ago, at a time I was grieving the loss of my mother. My GF was on a vacation when it happened. She joined me and my family as soon as she could. She had bought a new phone and while checking out its features I stumbled upon pictures which she had taken during her vacation that made me uncomfortable. Most were innocent enough. But some included a guy whom they apparently met there. He seemed too handsy. They would take a picture covering their faces with a sun hat suggesting that behind it they were kissing. I didn't make an issue of it. After all, as I mentioned, I was grieving. I couldn't make room emotionally or in any capacity for such a conversation then. However, at one point during that same day, while hanging out with my family, she got a call from an unsaved number for which she created some distance to take. The whole thing seemed off to me. So I confronted her about it while also mentioning the picture and she came clean. She apologized about the pictures. She claimed they didn't mean anything. It's someone they met there who was just giving them a tour. He suggested the poses and she thought they'd be fun. Concerning the call, apparently it was from a guy she had met a year ago while working in a different town. We were doing the long-distance relationship then. They had only gone on one coffee date during which she told him that she is involved with me. There was some truth to the guy being aware of me because in call I distinctly heard her mention that she was at my place. I was still unsettled. Why would she go on a date with someone just to inform them that she isn't available? Why was he calling a year after if she informed him of my presence? She must have not been very convincing. Anyway, I couldn't process all that and my mom's loss. I let it go. But I never forgot about it. In fact, days after, I remembered another instance which seemed extremely odd to me. She once called me saying that she was going to spend at a friend's house. She had just met this friend. She had gotten this new job which required her to move towns and she wasn't settled in yet. Apparently, it would have been more convenient if she spent a night or two at the friend's house since said friend lived closer to her workplace. This would afford her some time to situate herself. On one of these nights, I called just to check up on her. I heard a guy's voice. She explained it was the friend's husband. I thought nothing of it then because at the time I fully trusted her. But after discovering that she had been on a date with some guy who is still calling her and she's taking suggestive pics with a guy she had just met during her vacation, I am not sure about what to make of the few nights she spent at her girlfriend's place. I realized during that time, the only voice I heard was the husband, never the friend's. Recently, I voiced those concerns to her. We decided she'd call her friend just to prove to me that she indeed spent the night at her place. She didn't have the number then. It had to take a day for her to obtain the number. Eventually, she did call her. But it also occurred to me she could have called anybody since I had never met this friend. I waited a week and asked whether she could consult her friend on something. I made something up about mailing services, just to test whether the friend was real. She claimed that she was so fed up with the situation, with my distrust, that she deleted her number. My trust issues have only compounded since then. We are presently having relationship issues, and I am certain, at least from my end, it stems from my lack of trust. I am seriously considering ending our relationship over it. I just want to confirm that it's not just insecurity on my part. I'm not looking for validation, any input is welcome. Thank you for taking the time to read through. Comments. Sorry, but she's not even a good liar. She's been snookering you for quite a while. You know this. And you should leave this. Your decade together will provide you with mostly good memories, but you live for the future. Get out and get a better life. You'll never know, most likely. You'll just second guess her whenever you're triggered. How long have you two been together? Official? And how long till the incident around the time your mother passed from when you met? Why 3 years later are you looking for answers? Has some more red flags appeared? That's actually very perceptive of you. Exactly how it's gone since I found out. We have officially been together for 10 years now. Mostly long distance. 7 years till the incident. I was looking for answers 3 years later because I realized she may have been unfaithful whilst making preparations for my mom's send-off. I couldn't delve into all that then. I couldn't bear grieving my mother and the loss of my relationship with her then. I had to compartmentalize. But I couldn't let it go. In my head, that is. It kept nagging at me. Yes, you could say a red flag incident recently popped up. She got another call while in my presence from a number she hadn't saved in her phone. Her energy, at least in my opinion, was off. But as soon as she got the call, she tried to reduce the phone volume before picking it. Of course, she denied any significance to her actions. It would have been easier if I had hard proof. Cheaters never stop, because why would they? Unless they face the consequences of their action. You keep accepting her piss-poor lies, she will keep doing whatever she wants without a care in the world about how you feel. You're not the one destroying a decade-long relationship, she is. It's time she owns up to her shit, assuming she's capable of that, and even if she shifts blame on you, you will have a confirmation that she truly doesn't care about you, only saving her ass from guilt and shame. The only way you will get the truth is by ending it. You might be tired of my distrust, but I had so much going on back then with the loss of my mother that I didn't have the mental or emotional capacity to process what was happening. I knew I noticed red flags, but I had no energy to dig deeper. However, I never forgot those red flags, and all of those incidents added up, broken my trust in you. None of your stories or excuses make sense, and instead of driving myself nuts, wonder what happened, and what is still happening, I am just going to end this relationship. You won't tell me the entire truth, and I deserve to know the truth, so instead of letting this relationship continue to be built on lies, I am going to step away and let you do whatever it is you want to do. Then sit back and watch the show. If she really doesn't want to lose you and she loves you, then you flat out tell her that you want the entire truth no matter how badly it hurts you. Then add that if you find out anything after today, you will immediately end the relationship. If she tells you the absolute truth, you might end it anyway. By doing this, you are telling her you're done. She is either okay with it, meaning she isn't into it anymore anyway, or she fights for you. Fighting means telling the truth.